I'm now live, and we've just got to wait for our guest, Evie Meg, to join it. I keep getting it wrong. It's trippy hippie. I don't know. The trippy hippie. Oh, I have had a haircut for this one. There she is. Oh, hello. Oh,
Hi.
you alright?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Just cutting off my forehead. There we go. Oh,
Is the sound
you,
working all right?
yeah, the sound's working fine.
Okay.
Ooh. You alright?
Yeah. I've never spoken to anyone else with tics before. Like I've met people on TikTok and we've messaged and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've never spoken to them like this before, so exciting stuff.
It's daunting. I remember the first time I ever met somebody with Tourette's was, well, I didn't just meet somebody with Tourette's, I met a whole room of people with Tourette's for the first time I met anyone with Tourette's, and it was, yeah, too much for my brain.
Did you go to Tourette's camp or something?
Tourette's action meeting. Ooh, no, mate, fuck off. Probably want a cracker. Yeah, no, it's like a Tourette group. You like we used to meet every Sunday once a month, once a Sunday a month. Oh, ooh, wow, there's quite a few people joining. Ooh. So, how long have you had tics for? Because you said you've not been officially diagnosed yet.
No, well, I started having tics when I was 13, but they were just hiccups. So I would have these hiccups, I would be doing hiccups 30, 40 times a day. So we just thought that I had hiccups all the time. And it was like that for 2 years or something. And then when I was 16, I only got a new one then, and it was my arm and my head going like that. And then I just got more from there.
That's what happened with me with the head one. It started off all headaches for me. And then it sort of went to head tick, and then it went to the shoulder, elbow, swinging around, and
yeah.
Ow. So it's weird how it develops and how it can be very similar in development, but then it can go quite off path to whoever's got it. So you can almost start the same, but then it just branches off in different places for everyone else that has got Tourette's.
Yeah. Were you diagnosed with FND first or Tourette's?
No, I was diagnosed with Tourette's first. So FND came last year.
Oh, right.
So they thought that my tics and they thought my tics were the things that were affecting my legs when I went to see a neuropsych, who then said it was functional neurological disorder based. Oh, butterflies! Fuck off! Probably want to crack her. So yeah, they gather my bearings a sec. That's what it's doing there. The neurologist said that I had FND due to my legs and all that lot, but that's part of after I've had a tic attack or something that causes my body so much stress that my brain stress that then I go into some sort of meltdown or overdrive with it.
Yeah. I was just told that my tics were part of my FND.
See, tics can be, but this is different to what would be a normal, what I would class as an FND tic. Normally, an FND tic to me would be something just more of a habit, a habitual thing.
Yeah.
Whereas you kind of look like you've got far more complex than just a habitual tic.
Also, I had tics when I was 13, but I didn't have anything else then. So for me, it doesn't make sense for it to just be part of FND anymore, because I had tics before I even had proper anxiety or anything.
Yeah, no, I believe that probably FND comes on after tics. I don't think they may cause a few anxious tics, or things like that. And then yeah, I just turned 16 and I've started developing more and more tics, and recently had a tic
Bitches.
when I got very anxious. Oh, you're faking it, you're not. And I don't really know who to talk about. Can you help? Well, that's what we're here for. We're here to talk about it. The best bet is to probably, if you feel that you need to, is go to the doctors.
Yeah.
Because the doctor will refer you in the right direction. I mean, we can't, or you can't go and.
Oh, you're frozen.
Let me hear you. There we go. You're back. Oh, so like, we can't sit here, or people can't look at you on a basis and say you've got Tourette's, you've got tics. I mean, I'm sure. Like Evie's going through. Can we Evie or Meg? Which one?
Evie Meg.
Evie Meg. Right. All right. I'm sure Evie Meg's going through the same process of having to. Have you like? If you get tics, you have to start off with blood tests, urine tests, thyroid check, and then like you have to have the more in-depth and more scary sort of scans and brain scans and then you have to wait at least a year before they can give you a diagnosis. I waited 5 years for mine. Oh,
really?
Yeah.
I haven't even done any of that.
Have you not?
I've had 2 EEGs because of my seizures, and that's it.
See, I had the seizure. I had what the tic tacs, but say classed as pseudo seizures beforehand. And now we know that they're now tic tacs. But yeah, and then I was just told they were teenage tics beforehand, and then I'm a power drill.
That's brilliant.
See, I mean, like, you can laugh at yourself. You literally laugh at yourself. But then, my friends and my family know when not to, if you know what I mean. So, like, I laugh. Like, you could say something, and I'll be, oh, that's a bit funny. Or you could, like, oh, fuck off, cricket's on your clit. I could say something funny, and laugh at myself. But then there's times where I think, like, your close family and close friends know when to sort of. You need to stop laughing now and read between the tics, as I call it. So instead of read between the lines, it's read between the tics.
Yeah.
Oh,
your name's Evie Meg. I've just been calling you Evie. Well, my name is Evie. My middle name is Meg, but I prefer to be called Evie Meg. But most people do just call me Evie anyway, so it's fine.
Evie Meg's a little bit more unique, isn't it, than just Evie?
Yeah.
I mean, I could call you Evelyn or Evie due to the Mummy films and the Mummy franchises. They're my favourite films now. Yeah. So, has your tics just recently started to become quite bad, or would you say they've gradually got to where they are now?
They have periods of being sort of really active. So, like, I think last year or something, my friend came over from America, a girl I met on TikTok, and they were quite active then, but even then, like this, like, they haven't been like this before, and they've been like this for about a month now. So I feel like it's been a build-up, really.
Would you say the lockdown situation has probably exasperated it a lot, or exaggerated them a lot, like with the stress from it all? And
well, this has started since like lockdown and stuff, but I don't feel like, obviously it's a stressful time, but I don't feel particularly like my anxiety levels are higher at the moment.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what it is.
So I've kind of been the opposite end of the spectrum. Round of applause. Yeah, we will say each other off. Like, I've been kind of more relaxed because I've not had the need to have to go out anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I run a turtle rescue, so I get everything that I need for them sent to Amazon. Everything that I need sent to Amazon. My partner, he will go out. He will do the shop. We tried it once. I couldn't do it. I can't stand in a queue or have to watch for everyone because I'm just going to want to touch them. And we get to the like the freezer section at the end of Morrison's. My brain is baked by the time, like, I'm just so done. So I'm just like, I want to stay home with my animals, and then I'll go out for a walk with Cher in the ears. I love Cher.
So your turtle rescue, is it actually like part of your home, or is it like?
Yeah. Look, I'll show you quick. So you've got these guys here.
Oh, that's
And then
insane.
you've got a tank there, and then you've got a tank down there. And then you have dude down there, another Viv, and I'll just switch the camera around. You got those guys there. They're big.
Oh, they're so cute.
So yeah, it's all integrated. I mean, I set the turtle rescue up because I was told I would never be able to go back to work. So I thought, you know what? If I'm told that I'll never be able to go to work, I'm going to do something and bring work into my house.
What, because of your Tourette's or Corona?
So the Tourette's, yes, is a big factor. I can work with them, but I had a few bad weeks where I made the decision to leave. I made the decision to leave the workplace because I didn't want to feel like I was being a burden to them. Because, I mean, I could ring up nearly every day and go, sorry, can't come in, and then they ain't got nobody to cover me. Do you know what I mean? I'm not that kind of person where, I don't want the world to be waiting on whether I can ring up saying I'm okay. And then, with the dissociative personality disorder and the FND that causes me to be in a wheelchair, touch wood, I haven't been in one for about a year. So kind of I'm happy with that one. And then it's kind of just I mean, like you go to this work meeting and like my partner was with me, my carer, and they go, "What do you do when people come up to you in town and ask for the time?" And said they don't have the chance to ask for a time. And they've gone, "Why is that?" I went, "Because I've got my earphones in and I won't even bother looking at them or talk to them. I've walked past." And well, what if they call you out for being rude? So they can call me out for being rude all they want. I don't want to talk to anyone. So, yeah. Poundland loves me. Well, Poland. I was like, well, I've done a Tourette's meeting at Poundland because of because their workers were a bit discriminative at one point. But they're following me around with cameras and. But the manager got me in and told me to do a thing about mental and neurological disabilities for his staff. So, what's the most discriminative thing you've come against?
I don't know, because my tics being like this is fairly new, so I haven't. I'm kind of lucky in the way that I haven't really had much. Like the videos of my tics that go viral on TikTok, they obviously bring a few hate comments, but I haven't really had many people in like person that have said anything or. So I've been quite lucky in that way, I guess.
All I will say is, if they do, is I fight mean with meaner. So if they pick out the fact that I'm ticking, I will pick on a flaw that I can see on them, and they don't like it. They end up walking away half the time. Like if somebody with a big nose or a hooked nose comes over and said something about my tics, I'll be like, well, don't need to be putting your nose in my business. Oh, sorry, you can't help but do that when you're 3 foot away and it's still there. So I can be quite a bitch queen. So when were you diagnosed with FND?
It was either last year or the year before, but it was something that, after doing research, we knew that I'd had it like long before I was diagnosed.
Yeah.
I feel like anything just takes a while to be diagnosed, like literally anything.
They've got to literally rule out everything before they can say it's some sort of brain malfunction. They've got to rule out, because this is where it goes. They go mental disabilities, which is depression, anxiety, and things like that. Whereas then you've got FND, Tourette's, tics, and other things, which is neurological based. So they've got to rule everything out that's mental that can be reversed, or then they can then go, right, no, this is neurological that we can't do anything for. So how did you figure out you had FND?
Well, it was sort of when, I can't remember what my first thing was. I think it was leg paralysis, the very first ever thing with my FND that happened. And like that was terrifying because we went to the hospital and I was literally in a wheelchair and they basically said like there's nothing wrong with you and they just sent me home. So I think after doing research, that's because my mum's usually really good at this. Whenever there's anything wrong, she'll be like researching straight away. And it was her that found FND, so I think it was mostly just from that because then it kept happening and it was like paralysis in my arms and like stuff like that. What about you? What does like your FND?
Oh, so my FND gives me like symptoms of MS or Parkinson's. So like my legs will be constant. This is why we thought at first it was something to do with my Tourette's because my legs will be constantly shaking, or I could be constantly shaking. So I'd be, oh yeah, and then that's when my doctor, well, my neuropsych, sat around and said, doesn't kind of line up with your Tourette's. It kind of lines up after. So it's like after I've had a tic attack, my FND will flare up, and it also affects my talking as well at times, where I'm really like so when I trip over myself or when I'm typing, I can type so fast as well sometimes that I don't know what I'm putting half the time.
I get stammer sometimes from my FND, but not like all the time.
I don't have it all the time. But no, bit fuck off, turtle soup. Yeah, I am a bit slow on on my talking sometimes.
Yeah.
So this video lags a bit behind for me. Is it happening to everyone else? Lagging in what way? Right. Should we go back and see what people have asked? Does anything seem to calm your tics? Mine are my turtles.
Yeah, animals are like the best therapy, just for everything.
Yeah. I mean, I would say my rabbit, but my rabbit absolutely hates me.
You've got a rabbit.
Yeah, I've got two. They live out there in their hutch. Their hutch is always open, but do you think they come out and socialise with me until it's like late at night when they want to go away or early in the morning? No, they just want to sit there and want food.
I have two rabbits as well. What breed are yours?
Mine's a Dutch, black and white Dutch. Oh, it's female. So she's got like the blue eye, dark eye. And I've got a silver and white lot.
Oh, lush.
So, girl and boy, both done.
Yeah. Do they get along?
Very much so. He's very much submitted to her. Oh, pussy dominated. 50 Shades of Rabbit. So, yeah. What about yours? What are yours?
Well, the male is a English spot. Have you seen those?
No, I haven't.
They're very like, what's the word? Like you can recognize what breed it is straight away. They've got spots all over, but it's like the stripe down the back.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I get it. Yeah, I know what you're about. Yeah.
And he's called Wilbur. And then my girl she's only 7 months, but she's about this big. She's a French lop, so she's gonna be pretty massive.
Jeez. And see, Archie's a boy, and he's probably about that big. He's not that big for a lop. Whereas Bunny, my female, literally will stretch out here.
Yeah.
It's Dutch and that. Oh! If she was a man, if she was human, and she had the arse that she's got now, she would have men chasing her down the street.
Like Kim K.
She's got like, I need to get her out exercising, but she just cannot be arsed. She's literally like, I've got a big one. Oh! If anybody has any questions, feel free to, like, we've kind of just been talking, but feel free to ask. Because this will be going up on YouTube, by the way, guys. So people can watch it. She has that cake. My bunny definitely has that cake, yeah. Oh! Titty wank. So, what was I going to say? How are you feeling after you had that tick the other day? Do you still feel quite sensitive towards it, or?
The one that I messaged you about?
You don't. Oh!
I haven't really talked about it since because I don't want to like put it in my head or anything.
That's all right.
I was crying for a while afterwards, but like it can't be helped.
Ooh. I mean, like obviously with the whole Black Lives Matter and that, and they do. I mean, like anybody that says different, really, they need to get their history books out. My tics have been derogatory, racist, and everything. And then once you'll actually find that it's mostly other ethnicity or other people of colour or other backgrounds like that will understand the majority more than your typical old white man that sits in the park.
Yeah.
Oh, as soon as you say something like I explained to you when I accidentally tried to grab that hijab off the poor lady, and I said it's too hot for a scarf because it's during the summer. As soon as I said, sorry, I've got Tourette's, didn't mean that to happen. It's an involuntary thing. I'm not racist, because I went straight up to her. It's fine, absolutely fine. As soon as you talk about it and they understand, then I mean, I think they can tell if somebody's trying to be nasty or trying to cause a scene. Whereas people like us, we don't want to cause a scene. We want to slink into that background and just stay there for a bit.
I feel like tics as well as having social anxiety is like the worst mix, because it's like I don't want all this attention.
See, I don't mind doing this online virtual stuff, but when it comes to physical people, I hate it.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. I've got a bubble around me. I'm very, very conscious on who comes into my bubble. I can't fall asleep if my partner's touching me. I can't have, like, you see most people cuddling up to their parents, and I'm like sat there like, I can't even touch your knee without feeling awkward. Like, like if knees are touching, I can't do it. It feels horrible. So then I'm walking along and I'm grabbing people's bums. They feel extremely like, what on earth's going on? Yeah, I'm stood there going, I don't even like touching people, yet I've just grabbed your ass. Like, how is that fair for me? I didn't mean to do it, and now I'm absolutely hating the fact that I touched your bum. Is your family accepting of your tics, or are they just running around a bit headless chicken, confused with what's going on?
Oh no, they're very accepting, because I feel like over the years I've had so many issues. When there's something new, they're just like, yeah, just chuck that in as well.
Put it in the bucket.
Yeah, there's some tics that they find very amusing. I think like for my parents, it's kind of like worrying, because they haven't been like this before. So I think obviously they're a little bit worried, like bit scared of what's going on. Oh, that's my boyfriend, Peter Thomas. That's my boyfriend. You can answer his question, because I think that's more for you.
What's that one? Peter Thomas.
Yeah.
Oh, question. Okay, question. I'm excited. Best way to start off a question. Is there a way I can comfort beautiful Evie Meg when she says something she's not a fan of? Hot chocolate.
I don't like
present.
hot chocolate.
Pardon?
I don't like hot chocolate.
You don't like hot chocolate? Presents. No, I'm joking. No, the best thing to do is just literally just keep telling Evie Meg it's not her fault. As much as it's going to go through, like, it goes through my brain, it will go through hers. Is this actually what I'm thinking? Is that what my brain actually is? Am I actually this person? You just need to keep reassuring her she's not. Whatever tics are is a misfire in the brain. It's going to be completely opposite to what you are and what she is. My partner just looks at me now and goes, shut up. Literally, we've been together 6 years. It started when I was 21, like the vocal tics. So, like, he just looks at me and goes, what on earth are you talking about? Just play Xbox. Or if I get too bad, it's like, put Game of Thrones on. Because I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. Anything Game of Thrones literally brings my tics right down to a level to the point you wouldn't even think they existed. I'm sat there like...
Yeah, Peter likes Game of Thrones as well.
Yeah, I'm a very rational thinker. So, I was going to explain to her it's not her, but sometimes I'm not the greatest with emotional stuff. Well, I totally agree with you on the emotional, like, not the greatest. I'm crap at emotional healing. So, like, I'm very much. Was that he just said yes? Me and Evie have to watch Game of Thrones now. You do. Have you never watched it, Evie? Oh!
I was put off because I walked in on my dad and brother watching a really awkward scene, and I just kind of walked in and I was like, oh my god,
Right.
and then I walked out and I wanted to watch
the first season, very much political, and yes, there's a lot of boobies. And for us gay men, and for you women as well, there's more boobies and women's private parts than there is men's, and I feel a little bit cheated on that one. But anyway, it really does. It's like, right, we've got our adult audience now. We're going to carry on. Yeah, lots of boobies in the first season. I want to shag Daenerys. Can I just say, you two are amazing, and people that comment they wish they had ticks, you are very inspirational people. Have people been commenting saying they wanted ticks?
They have on the videos, yeah.
Have they?
Someone actually said, I think it's because most of the videos I post, they show like the fun side. So like occasionally I'll post a video of like one of my tick attacks so that people realise that it's not just all funny and like fun. And someone, like a few people comment, oh, I wish I had ticks. But then someone actually said, I want my kid to have ticks. Like when they have children, they want them to have ticks. And it was just
not bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that true. Yeah. Oh, I cannot actually quite understand why they like. Me personally, I've taken the decision to never have. I'll adopt, but I'm never going to have. I don't want a biological child because in my brain, with my brain, I don't want to pass it on. I mean, you could be different, but I feel, and the thing is, I know it sounds really stupid. With you, when you were when and if you have to have kids, you'll find that it most likely, if your boyfriend has no problems, or like your boyfriend at the time, your boyfriend now, well, so if the father has no problems, they're less likely to get it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, I guess it's kind of different because Tourette's is very much hereditary, and like tics and anything neurological is very much hereditary, but from the male side. I always blame my dad for giving me this because he's one of those people that just wants to touch that red button at the bottom of an escalator, and I'm like,
oh, so your dad has Tourette's?
Oh no, I think my dad, my dad has that urge, and he wants to be a knob, right? So it'll be like I said, he'll press that button, or he'll want to press the button at the bottom of an escalator, and he'll be like, I just want to press it, and I'm like, see, you have the ability to stop. I press it. I press that button, Dad, and I'm going to keep pressing it. I've made fire alarms go off and everything. I've smashed the glass.
Really?
So.
Because no one else in my family has tics.
I've seen some people who have impersonate creators that have tics, and it's just really not. The amount of people that have done video voiceover to that meme that I've constantly fucking in.
Yeah. Did you see?
I'm going to start charging for my face.
Did you see the video I put on my Instagram story the other day of the girl who had duetted me? I did this video trying to do my makeup on a bad tic day. And it wasn't like that funny, like it kind of was, but it was more on the serious side, I think. And this girl duetted it, doing like an impression of me, like doing an impression of like my facial tics and everything. And like my facial tics are like the biggest thing that I'm most self-conscious about.
Yeah.
So to see that, it was just a little girl and she wasn't even English, so I couldn't really like go and roast her. But it does affect you because it's like they don't have a clue.
Yeah. Since being on TV, my neurologist, because my neurologist came on Employable Me, and so I was on BBC Two's Employable Me that led me on to This Morning and all that lot. But because it came up with his name, he had so many emails from. I have nothing against religion, right? I don't believe in God. I believe in ghosts. I believe there's something there. Don't believe there's a white man sitting in the sky looking down at me. Because if they did, I've done nothing wrong. Why have I got this? But the amount of religious people that messaged him saying that I need to go for an exorcism, I need to go to church.
I saw that on your TikTok video.
And I get it on TikTok as well. It's like, yes, I'm neurologically challenged. Back in the dark ages, they would literally be trying to get this out of me and put it onto a goat or a chicken, right? It's not going to work now. Oh! So, it's... I certainly don't mind whatever happened. Mine and Evie Meg. Child has Tourettes. I didn't say the same thing. I don't care for that. For a child, just not say it. Aw, your boyfriend's so cute. That's good. I've just read that out, so that's going to go on YouTube forever, my man. Like, she can literally... What? You can use this against him.
Yeah, you can't take that back.
Oh! So, but,
Evie, can you see my edit for you? I'll have a look afterwards. I'll try and have a look after.
Are there any more questions? Oh, no, I'm just about to write something. I don't want to write. Oh, but yeah, like I said, this will go up on YouTube completely unedited, raw, done, bang. So, are you into any TV shows at the moment? Anything that you've binge watching?
Well, I recently watched The Rain. If you haven't seen that, you need to watch it. It's a Netflix original.
Okay.
And it's incredible. I got so attached to the characters. I was bawling at the end. It's just one of those TV series that you really get like invested in. What else am I watching? Orphan Black. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh yeah, I watched Orphan Black. Me and my whole media class, when I was doing media, watched it all because everyone was like, "Watch this! It's an amazing BBC show." And I'm like, "It's not that bad."
Did you not like it?
It was all right. It was okay. I'm more of my supernatural kind of guy. Sam and Dean Winchester, and I'd want sandwich them.
Yeah.
And
Mittens.
I've just finished the whole of Law and Order season 18 Special Victims Unit on Amazon Prime. So I get paid later on tonight. So I'm literally going to order CSI seasons 1 to 5 to come to my door on Wednesday. That's literally what I love CSI Las Vegas. And now knowing and growing up, knowing one of the characters called Sarah Seidel is a little bit up. Dropped her.
There we go. My tits are
So, yeah, so I'm on season 14 of Supernatural. Because I haven't bought it over out in the UK, I ordered it all the way from lovely old Australia. But I literally just put something on in the background and sort my animals out. I want to show you one of the turtles, but I don't know who to get out.
Do they all have names?
Let me see if I get Neo out for you. Give me a sec.
Okay.
So Neo is my newest baby. I didn't realise I was going to get. So great. That's turtle. Must have turtle food all on me. Come here, dude. Where are you? Come on.
Sorry, Jade. We're setting your ticks off.
So this is Neo.
Oh my god! I thought he was going to be big.
No, Neo's only a baby. He's a diamondback turtle because on the back it looks like they've got like diamond, like this thing here looks like the top of a diamond or whatever. I don't quite know why they're called diamondback. I just think they look like little cute Dalmatian puppies.
Oh, he's lovely. Where do you get them all from then? Since
a lot of them are dumped in ponds in the UK. He came to me as a payment because I'm doing a breeding program with some yellow Asian pond turtles. And the bloke didn't have money and he wasn't doing so well in his outdoor pond, so him and another one came along. Oh, fuck off! Turtle suit! And these, you know how people call them terrapins?
Yeah, yeah.
He's the only true terrapin. Anything that lives strictly marine or strictly freshwater is turtle. He's the only true because he lives in both. He can live in brackish water. So
do you know how old he is then or not? Cause
they kind of say the growth rings on him, but I don't. If I'm going to go by growth rings, it says he's 3 years old. He looks a lot smaller than 3 to me.
Yeah.
So and I believe it is a male as well because there's a nice concave in his shell where he'll sit on top of the female like that. I'm going to probably say he's just under a year or just over a year at least. But these are my guys.
He's so cute.
He's really cute. I wasn't expecting this the other day. I was literally just expecting the 3 normal turtles, and then he turned up, and I was like, "You don't get these in the UK ever. They're totally expensive, and you're giving it to me for free. Like, why?" Have you got any other animals?
Yeah, I have quite a few. So I have a fish tank up here with my big goldfish in it, and one of those sucker fish that stick to the side of the glass.
A pleco.
Yeah.
Ooh! You had a nice old one. The one that tank behind you. Like, I woke up one morning and they were eating it.
Oops.
Ooh!
What else do I have? My cat Lottie is on my bed over there.
Why am I looking? As you pointed, you were pointing at my cats on the bed as well, so that's why I've come off. Oh!
We have a dog as well, Teddy. Our rabbits, well, my rabbits, obviously, and another fish tank downstairs. So quite a few.
Oh! What breed's your dog?
He's a Bichon Frise crossed with a Lhasa Apso. So he's basically this white fluffy thing.
That's an exotic crossbreed, isn't it?
You think?
Well, I have 35 turtles. I'm probably nearing 40 at the moment.
Oh my god.
Yeah. 2 rabbits, 2 cats, 2 frogs, and 1 newt, and 2 Chinese water dragons and 1 bearded dragon.
Buzz. That's one of my new ticks.
What?
Buzz. But at the same time, I do the sign language for B. Like, that's the sign language for B.
Oh, okay.
Buzz.
Oh, see, that's always interested me that you've done that, because there's people that I think there is cases, very rare cases, where deaf people have Tourette's, but obviously where they can't mouth it or like they can't say it, they do end up signing it.
Really?
So it just goes to show that your brain's a complex, like, mind of maze. And
yeah, well, that's my first like sign language tick, because I've done sign language for like 4 years or something, so I think they're just kind of overlapping.
Oh, what got you into doing sign language?
Sorry?
What got you into doing sign language?
I don't know. I just started it because I felt like learning a new language, and I'm no good at like speaking languages like French, Spanish. I'm just absolute crap. So I don't know. I just started learning sign language, and at first it was just a hobby, but then I really got into it. So I started doing like a sign language course, and like now one of my best friends is deaf, so that's really cool.
Yeah, that helps a lot. Ooh, that really does help. But yeah, no, I've tried learning sign language. I've tried learning I've tried learning French. Yeah, it's just. Ooh.
What's peace?
So I've just like.
Hi, Georgia.
See what time it is quickly. Ooh. But trust me. I had a turtle called Footsie. Oh!
Bitches.
What was I say? I think if we whoa, should we wrap it up here?
Yeah, sure.
It's 22. So it's up to you. I mean, is there anything else you'd like to talk about, or?
I feel like I had more questions, but now that I'm on, I can't think of them. Are you on any medication for your Tourette's?
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Oh, I'm on pregabalin.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
Pardon?
I've heard a few people talk about that one.
Oh, that helps lowers anxiety. It also just helps relax you. And then I'm on diazepam and zopiclone.
Right.
So that's there for as of when. So when I have my tick attack, I normally take a diaz or a zoppy, or if I feel I'm coming in on diaz, zoppy, and I'm conked out for the night.
Yeah, that's the same with me and diazepam.
When I have my tick attack, normally the ambulance has to be called. Get here quick, whack gas and air down my neck, so I don't feel the pain, and then it's over and done with a lot quicker than what it would be if I didn't have like.
Why do you need an ambulance for your tick?
Oh, because the last time I went without one, I was in hospital for 2 weeks. If I wasn't sleeping, I was tick attacking. So it was as soon as I woke up.
Right.
I probably about had half hour to go to the toilet and have like something to eat, and then I'd be on a
Yeah.
on like some sort of collision course towards hell for 2 weeks. So yeah. Are you on any medication at the moment, except for Diaz or?
Not my tics. Not for my tics. I'm on like stuff for mental health. So I'm on like citalopram, and then I have.
I'm on that for for my antidepressants.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. And trazodone. I take that before bed, which is actually really good for my tics because it means that my tics fully stop, so that I can actually get to sleep.
That's awesome. Oh. Other than that, yeah, it's all about sort of like mental and meditation and that for me.
Yeah.
Ooh. So, is there any other questions you have, or is there anything that you feel that?
I know that there was. I'm probably going to think of them afterwards, and then I'll be asking you. But I'm sure there was.
So, do you do tics daily, or do you get them?
Well, they've been daily like this for about a month now, and then before that, even when they weren't like this, they would still be daily, but it might literally just be one a day. So it might just be like my shoulder going like this, and then that'll be a day. But then all of a sudden they're just like this. So I'm just interested to see what the neurologist will say, because for some reason people always are kind of like reluctant to diagnose me with anything. So
They're always. I think they're less reluctant. They're more reluctant to put things like a label on people these days, and that's what I know. I do like my name's Tourette's lad and all that lot, but I try and not make Tourette's me. I try and make me Tourette's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I try and get the word out there, but I'm still Ryan, and I think that's what my parents and my partner and that was worried about. As soon as I had a label on my head, then you'd become that label. Oh, one more question, Evie. Evie, am I allowed to get a stubble like Ryan has, or is that too much?
See, I've got this thing about facial hair, like on people, for them, I don't mind it, but for like kissing boys with stubble, I just can't do it.
Oh, yeah. I like facial hair. Facial hair makes...
Girls a rash, though. Girls get a rash.
Yeah, I guess with my partner, when he has facial hair and I have facial hair, it kind of like acts as a shield.
Protection.
But then, like, I guess for you girls, like you say, you end up with a stubble rash.
Yeah.
Round of applause.
Oh, you set me off.
But that's the thing, you will end up bouncing off of people and, like, just embrace it. Be who you are. Only get a raff if you are kissing too much. So is that saying that you're going to risk kissing your girlfriend, not kissing your girlfriend, and just grow a bit of stubble?
I guess during lockdown I'll let you, Peter, because there's no contact.
Just put conditioner on it. Put facial hair conditioner on it. Make it all soft.
I put soap in my dad's hair yesterday from a tick.
I've thrown pizza across a restaurant and chicken out of my bowl, and it ended up in an old lady's hair. So, yeah, it got a bit messy. Is Tourette's something that affects the brain? Sorry if I'm wrong. So, Tourette's doesn't affect the brain. Something that's happened in the brain has made Tourette's, I want to kind of say. Or it's something for... There's different neurons and different electrical snaps. And, hey, right, hey, Evie. Hi, Bashley. She's one of my best friends from all the way to Scotland. So, like, yeah, they kind of like the synapses, and it's just different cross wiring and that, like, in the brain. How do you get more calm about it? Because I can't help it.
Accepting yourself, yeah.
Oh, you've got to accept it, really. Is who are. It's hard. You are who you are. Hello, guys. That's my partner, Charlie Boy Official. Hope you're doing well. Sending big hugs. Proud of you both. Aw, thank you, Charles. Oh, you make me heart melt. You make me heart knob. My heart knob. Oh, woo! You make my knob hard. Great. Hi, I just followed you. I'm so happy to be here. Hello. Do you have any favourite objects? Turtles.
Is that an object?
Everything is an object.
Mine is...
Oh, you got like a big stress ball.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I find them really good for tick attacks because they're like tick proof, so they can be bounced and they won't like break or anything.
Oh, I drink out of plastic cups because obviously we've got tanks around and I don't want to be throwing glass at glass and. Oh.
Yeah.
Can you stop it? I'm really sorry. You both have it, and I love you so much. No, if you suppress it, it can hurt.
Yeah.
So asking somebody to stop ticking is like telling somebody to stop sneezing.
Yeah, exactly. Can you stop the sounds or not? No, we can't.
Nope. Oh, it just
off.
flows out. Our mouth is a cascade of verbal volcano. Fave series I've ever seen, Game of Thrones. Oh,
you have a tattoo from it?
Huh?
You have a tattoo from Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I've got the start.
Oh, Peter would love that.
I've got the start, and then I've got the Black Raven that goes all around my chest.
Looks shit.
And then I've got Blood of My Blood in Dothraki, and then on my ribs, and then I've got season 3 Drogon the Dragon on my rib as well. Big Game of Thrones fan I am. It's the only TV series that has calmed my Tourette's right down. It's the only thing that I can like involve myself in, and like the books and the history and the lore. Oh,
bitches.
Oh, give it 4 more minutes, and then we'll probably say goodbye.
That's fine. Can I ask? You know.
Yeah.
Does Tourette's show up on like MRIs or anything? I'm guessing it does, because otherwise I feel like it would be a lot easier to diagnose.
Oh no. I think you have to like. In America, they have extensive like electrode things, but even then, that isn't 100% concrete proof that you've got it or not.
Like an EEG.
Yeah, sort of thing. But like, so I think they realised that I think it's like the front lobe. It's not gospel. It's not my gospel on this one. But there's a lobe that seems to be overactive, and even at night time, it's constantly going. And like I said, it's different electrical signals. Oh, but no. If you get told to go for like an MRI, like brain scan, CAT scan, whatever, that's literally just to see if there's anything malicious or sinister that's in your head that might be causing the tics as well. Because I know it sounds really horrible, but believe it or not, well, tumours and growths on the brain can cause tics and bodily malfunctions and brain malfunction and all that lot. So they're just going to try and like, I'm a physical therapist, and that's really interesting, you guys. Amazing. Oh, thank you. So that's why they kind of do all that, to make sure that there's nothing in there that's causing these tics.
Yeah.
Hope you two are doing well and staying safe. Well, I'm staying safe. Oh!
He's got his 35 turtles. He's all good.
I'm good. I am good. I've got all my babies. Even though a tank did explode and go all over my floor the other day, and it was like a big 4 foot tank, filled 2 foot up, 1 foot down, and it just went all over my floor.
Oh no!
Literally sounded like somebody catapulted a rock to it. It went, and then just. Great, I'm flooded. Oh, I never tick, but when I see other people tick, it makes me tick. Is that weird? Is there a reason? I don't know. Because with Tourette's, you get coprolalia, which is the swearing tick, which only affects 5% of people. Oh, and then you get echolalia, which is where you repeat someone, or you repeat what you just said. You repeat what you just said, like that. So like it's kind of Ryan. Can I have turtles and fish in the same tank?
Wouldn't the turtles just eat the fish?
But they kind of live with fish. But I mean, the fish. I'll show you quick. The fish are a lot bigger. So like we've got a giant gourami. But they're a lot bigger than what they are, so they don't really see them as food. And I mean, I've got biches down there as well. They kind of sit there and they look like snakes, but they're not snakes.
Yeah, they look kind of scary.
There's my big girls. Oh! So they've got their outdoor basking dock, and then you've got these guys down here, which I absolutely enjoy. And then you've got my big boy here. Plop! There he is. Woo! Bigger than my hand.
He is
But yeah, you can, as long as, I guess, you still got to be careful that they will. But yeah, so if you want turtles, you just got to make sure you have the right lighting, and it's changed every 6 months, and so yeah.
The animal calming effect on you, absolutely.
Oh, definitely.
When my cat is sat on my knee, I barely tick at all, which is quite cool.
Is that a snake? No, it wasn't. It was a fish.
What's happening? Okay, Lily down there is hard of hearing, so I'm going to sign for her if that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm live with Ryan, and he has Tourettes. So you see my TikToks, we both have tics. So we're just talking about FND and animals and Tourette's and answering questions.
Oh! That's the bit I'm going to use for TikTok, by the way, and I shall send you that as well. Woo! That's going to be an awesome snippet to be then like, right, come over to Instagram or YouTube. I'm going to use that. That was sick. I was literally watching you so intensely, like.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that was really good. That was really good.
Thank you.
Oh.
If you think about any tick, does it get worse? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it does indeed. I always wanted like a really tall tank where I can have a small island attached to the side so turtles in their land can have huge underparts swim and have big fish. Oh, that's it. I'm going to have a message in me about turtles now, aren't I?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh! Right.
Lily, don't be silly. It's fine.
It's fine. We're all friends here. Oh. Right. We should call it there, otherwise Instagram's going to cut us off like it did to me when I first started this. Oh! But it's been absolutely amazing to see you.
Yeah, it was thank you.
I'll send you over a snippet. You can call it to go on TikTok. But also, what I want to say is, where you haven't been diagnosed yet, I'd like to follow your journey. So maybe like in a few months or a month or two down the line, we'll do another one of these and then add it to the series. It's like a catch up. So we'll do that. Oh, which will be fun.
Bye,
but right. Oh, bye, Felicia. Oh, so yeah, we will see you guys later. Thank you for joining.
Yeah,
if you missed it, it will be on my channel. On Instagram, it'll be the Instagram TV thingy. If not, it'll be over on my YouTube. And obviously follow us both on TikTok. Do it. Right. Bye.
See you later.
See you later.